Hey everyone, Jason here, and I'm thrilled to share my entry for this week's challenge from Stephen Pope's No Code Architecture School community, which, by the way, is an awesome group if you're looking to level up your no code automation skills. This week's challenge is all about building a daily productivity tip automation for an online coach or productivity expert's business. In my entry, I've created an automation that generates unique productivity tips daily using ChatGPT, stores them in Airtable, and then automatically emails them to active subscribers. I'll be walking you through the entire process from generating tips to seamlessly sending them out. Let's dive into it. Hi, it's Jason here, and this is my submission for the Week 18 Daily Productivity Automation Challenge. I'll start with the Airtable setup. I have 3 tables in my base: tips, subscribers, and logs. The primary field for tips is an auto number. We're capturing the date the tip's created, the actual tip. The status is related for email sending. Status can either be a pending or sent. And then we have a link to the log table. Subscribers table, we're using auto number again for the primary field. We have a first name, last name, email, mobile number if you ever wanted to send this to SMS. The status is either inactive, active, or unsubscribed. We're capturing the last time a tip was sent, date they subscribed, any particular notes for that subscriber, then another link to the log table. For the log table, we're just matching the tip to the subscriber and the status of the email, whether it was sent or it's still pending. Okay, let's move on to the scenario. For the scenario, I'm running this daily at 7:30 a.m. The first module is a chat completion module with OpenAI. I'm using the GPT-4o mini model. The system prompt is geared towards creating unique tips. And then I have a user prompt, which is just generate a productivity tip that meets the criteria. I'll let you read through the prompt I've gone for the system prompt. Once that completes, I'm setting a variable called tip. This is basically replacing any double quotes or single quotes with empty strings, as I found that this would break in the Airtable in the next module. For the next module, we're doing a search of the existing tips. I was finding that the OpenAI module was creating very similar tips. So I've implemented a way to hopefully try to avoid this duplication of tips. The way I've done this is using a formula in Airtable. I'm using the find function. First off, I'm lowercasing the new tip and any existing tips in Airtable. We're using the substring function to grab the first 30 characters of the tip, and then we're comparing that to the first 30 characters by using the left function of any tips in the Airtable. If it doesn't find any strings that are the same, it will return 0. If it does find something, then it will return 1 or more. Now we'll move on to the router. I've used the router to split 3 ways. One is for the new tip, one is to retry a new tip, and then lastly is to send an email. I do this by creating filters. If the number of bundles from the search of the existing tips is equal to 0, therefore it's a new tip, we then continue on and we add the tip to the tips table and set the status to pending. I then capture this record ID for that new tip so I can use it later to actually send the tips. And then I'm also setting the variable tip created equal to yes. For the second branch, we have a filter. We're looking at for the total number of bundles from the existing tip search. If that's greater than 0, that means it's found a tip that is very similar. So we'll continue along this branch. We'll ask OpenAI again to create a new tip. This time I've just added please ensure it is different to the first tip. Once that's done, we then set the tip variable. Again, we're just replacing single quotes and double quotes with empty strings. We again are doing another search for the tips with the same formula. We then, if it finds one, we've set the number of bundles is equal to 0 from this search here, and then continue through, and we're adding the tip and the status of pending to the tips table as a record. Then we're setting the record ID to this new tip, and the tip created is equal to yes. Okay, for the last branch, first off, we're grabbing the tip, the record ID, and tip created variables. We'll then go into our router. First branch, we're doing a check with a filter of the tip created is equal to yes, and the record ID and the tip exist. If they don't, we don't want emails just being sent with empty bodies. We then want to do a check for active subscribers. We do this by using a formula of status is equal to active. If the status is equal to active, then we're allowing it through. It's just another safety check there with a filter. For the email, we've got the email address grabbed from the subscriber. We're just creating a subject with a formatted date, and then the body is HTML and just has hi first name and then the tip. After that, we're updating the last sent tip field with the date of now, and then we're adding the record to the log table for the subscribers and the record ID for the tips. For the second branch, we're searching for tip created is not equal to yes. Therefore, the tip has failed to be created. If that's the case, then I'm sending myself an email. I'm adding the scenario name and scenario URL variables, which can be found in this last little curly brackets tab. Here, scenario name and scenario URL. And lastly, if the tip created is equal to yes, we're then updating the tips status to sent. Okay, let's finish up with a demonstration. Click one once. So started. First time through, it's gone good. Hasn't found a duplicate tip. Has sent 2 emails. And it's finished. If we go to the Airtable table, you see there's a new tip here. That's the same tip. We then go to subscribers. The last sent tip has been updated. And the log has the correct tip and associated to the right subscriber. It's only sent it to the 2 active subscribers. And if we go check the email, we see we have one to Alice and another one to Charlie. So thank you for viewing my submission. Have a great day. So that's how I tackled the daily productivity tip automation challenge. This solution helps online coaches and productivity experts keep their clients engaged by providing valuable tips every day, completely automated. If you'd like to try it out or need help setting up a similar workflow, I've included a link to the make.com blueprints and any other necessary files in the description below. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I've included a link to my Calendly where you can book a free one-on-one video call if you need any assistance. As always, if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel for more automation tips and tutorials. And don't forget to check out Stephen Pope's No Code Architect School community for more exciting challenges and opportunities to grow your no-code skills. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep innovating.